record is about what you expect. If we're not winning games, we're losing games. There's not a lot of draws going around. In fact, we've drawn one game this year, a 1-1 at Newcastle. The thing is, the games we're losing, for the most part, other than this Bournemouth game, and, okay, Liverpool and Everton, we lost close. After losing to Liverpool in the Carabao, we beat Burnley 4-1. That's the game we played last. Everest had a brace of goal, Mateta had a brace of goals. I remember that. We beat Norwich 3-2, Mateta a goal, Seone a goal, Edward a penalty kick. We lost against Wolves. Pellegrini had a goal in the 78th minute, but they got goals from Rafina and Ruben Neves 3 minutes apart to kind of put them ahead. We played okay, and playing okay just isn't enough sometimes. Against Brentford, we lost 1-2. Again, Mateta, 12th minute goal, but they got goals from Onyeka and Janelt in each half. And again, we were just kind of average. We beat Sheffield United 3-0. This was a very good game. Fosu a goal, Elise a goal, and Riedewald a goal in extra time. This was one of those where the vast majority of the players actually had really good games. Fosu went out injured. And then we had the game against Arsenal not too long ago, and despite a Seone goal in the 31st minute, we lost. They got goals from, a brace of goals from Barbosa. This was one of those games where we had our chances and we just threw it away. The good news is we only had 4 games from Halloween to the end of the year because it was World Cup qualifying, World Cup, I believe. Oh, and England won it in 22. Which means England just won it, maybe? On penalty kicks. 3 o'clock, what day? December 18th. I completely missed that. But that meant the players that got injured really weren't missing much. Steven Sessegnon broke his arm. It says he's wearing protective equipment the next 5 weeks and 2 months. Dan Axel Zagadou twisted his knee. He's out for another week or so. I had a couple players go down with, I twisted a knee, and then twisted ankles were a thing there as well, mostly during practice. I had probably 3 or 4 guys go out with a twisted ankle that took anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks to heal. So today, the transfer window has opened. It's officially the first day of the transfer window, and we're playing Man City. We'll come back to them in just a second because right now we are currently in 5th place. We're 1 point behind Arsenal. The top 3 have kind of broken away. I think there's a chance that teams could jump up and catch Chelsea. It's entirely possible, I believe. It's possible Chelsea could catch Man City. I don't think anybody's catching Liverpool at this point. So we're currently in 5th place on 31 points. We're doing really well. I told the board we'd finish top half instead of mid-table. They increased our salary budget to £1.7 million, and then earlier in the save, I want to say around October, November, they increased our transfer budget to $24 million. So we're doing really good there. I definitely think we're definitely going to finish at least 8th or higher. I think it would take a lot for us to not do that. On the other hand, Burnley, Aston Villa, and Leeds are just not doing all that well. Burnley has yet to win a game. So I do have some players that are wanted. I suspect a couple of them are going to be sought after. Tottenham or Atalanta was making noise about wanting Michael Olise, and Tottenham at one point in time was really after Odison Edward. So I've been scouting my tail off. At one point in time, I had about 20 different trial players here. I ended up signing 2 of them, both youngsters, just to kind of fill that out. It's going to be an interesting last 6 months. I've got offers out. Literally the transfer market window just opened, and I put in offers for a couple youngsters that I scouted that are youth players that have a lot of potential, I think. And they'll show up here. They won't have work permits, but the idea is to try and loan them out to foreign clubs, or hopefully clubs in England that can take them. I asked the club for an overseas affiliate. Club said no, they didn't think one was necessary. I didn't want to fight them on it. And we'll revisit that at the end of the year. So we're playing our 4-2-4. We got Alta in goal, Mitchell, Guehi, Anderson, and Mautini as the defensive back 4. Blanco and Seone as the midfielders. Eze and Olise as the attacking midfielders. Mateta and Edward up top as the strikers. Part of me says that's the way to go. Even though Guehi and Anderson, well, at one point in time, they didn't have a good relationship. Now it appears they have no relationship. And this, of course, is Man City. So, Ederson, Cancelo, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodri, Silva, De Bruyne, Foden, Mbappe. First time we've played him in a long time. I would love to shock them which in our case would probably be a draw. Eze on the corner kick. Ruben Neves knocks it away. Mitchell runs down the carom. Sends it into Eze. Eze centers it. Mateta's there and he scores. A minute into the game, we are 1-0 up. Are they calling him offsides? No, he's onside. It's Eze's. Was that Eze? No, that was Mateta. Eze assisted. Mateta's 10th goal of the season. So I got both my strikers are in double digits. Oh, De Bruyne sends it in. Mbappe's there, but he heads it over the crossbar. They're playing really narrow. Rodrigo. Oh, knocked away by Eze. Bernardo knocked away by a Palace player. Edward with the ball. Driving forward. It's 2 against 5. Now it's some against none. Edward lost the ball. I wonder if they keep playing this narrow. Do we go wider? Try and force him out. Mbappe to Bernardo. To João Felix. Rodrigo feeds João Felix again. All the way out to Cancelo on the right. Mitchell was over late. Seone heads the ball away. Goes to Eze. Eze long pass towards Mateta. He gets by the defender. And he's fouled. That's got to be a foul. And Edwards slots away. We are 2-0 up. Nice job, Ozan. Mitchell to Eze. Eze back to Guehi. Guehi to Eze. Eze to Mateta. One taps it to Edward. Drops it off to Seone. Olise and Ederson, a very nice block. Punching that ball in the air. Eze on the corner kick. Mateta's there and just wide right. Alte to Anderson. Anderson over to Guehi. Guehi holds the ball. Brings it over to Mitchell. Mitchell to Eze. Oh, he's dispossessed by Cancelo. Ball goes to Phoenix over to Bernardo. Bernardo drops it off to De Bruyne. De Bruyne feeds Mbappe. Mbappe centers it. Foden is there and they get one back right before the half. It was really good ball movement by them. Some nice passing. Oh, Mbappe left Guehi behind like he was standing still. Nice move by Foden, who got by Mitchell. Is that Mitchell? Can't click on him. It's probably Mitchell. And that's halftime with a 2-1 lead going into the second half. Tell the guys, well done. Blanco on the throw and dispossessed by Rodrigo, but Guehi ends up with the ball. Turns around, gives it back to Blanco. Over to Seone. He toes it over to Edwards, to Olise, back to Edwards, to Olise, who hit the post. Oh, I can hear the clang all the way here. About 60 minutes in, Olise, oddly enough, is not having the best game. So we're going to bring him off, bring on Hughes. At least I think we're bringing him off and bringing on Hughes. Felix on the throw-in. Mbappe. Ball's headed away by Malatini. However, ball ends up back at De Bruyne's feet. He hits the crossbar. Mitchell runs down the ball, and the highlight ends. Alte to Anderson. Anderson brings the ball forward. Malatini up to Hughes. Hughes is fouled by Mendy. He's been sent off. Okay, that did not look like a red card offense to me, but if they're going to give it to me, all the better. Anderson, and over the crossbar. A man up with 15 minutes and a goal to our advantage. Cancelo. Ball's knocked back to Eze. After some back and forth, Malatini ends up with it. Gets the ball to Hughes, who goes the opposite direction. Backheel pass to Malatini. Anderson to Malatini. Gives the ball away to Hughes. Son of a gun. Jesus. And Alte makes a nice save. Mitchell runs down the ball. Kicks it away, and that's the highlight. But from a statistical point of view, Man City definitely has the advantage. And we win. Oh, what a good win. 23 shots, 10 on target for Man City, 11 and 5 for us. But our XG was 2.42. The one Woodward hit, 2 clear-cut chances, 2 half chances. Possession was very much even. Oh, well done. That was a great win. And that vaults us back into, well, it depends on what happened at Chelsea. 3rd place, I think, if Chelsea drew or lost. No. It's Arsenal. That's Arsenal, right? Because Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool are at top. So Arsenal must have won. Arsenal beat Wolves 2-1. Yeah, that's okay. Mateta set for a goal bonus. Alte was very good. He has been quite the pickup for us. And they're calling our win a surprise. Okay, I am kind of surprised. I was hoping for a good game, and I thought a good game would be a draw, but a better game is a win. I am totally on board with that. So, with the transfer window open, we're going to see what happens. We've got our FA Cup match against Stockport coming up. Stockport's currently a Vanarama National League team. I'll probably play a somewhat rotated side against them, especially because we've got United coming up 3 days after that. I want to do a really good game. I want to have a really good game against. So our next opponent is Stockport. They're a Vanarama national team. That's going to be in the FA Cup, and then 3 days later we got United. United fired Solskjaer. It's late. I'm tired. Names are hard, even when I'm not fully tired as I am now. But I wanted to record. You know, a day's worth of playing FM and not recording, that would have been, I don't know, not exactly a waste, but depends on the end result, I guess. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. We never stop for ways to look at improving a team. That is very, very true. So, what we're going to do, we save the game. The transfer market is open. And we'll come back. If anything happens between now and then, we'll go over it then. This is something I asked for at the beginning of the month. Our good academy coaching is now excellent academy coaching. Our youth improvement has recruited to excellent youth improvement. Caskill. This is my defensive midfielder. DNS, do not sell. Rejected. And in other news, Francisco, my 18-year-old midfielder that I picked up from the Real Madrid B squad for 240,000 euros, got a work permit. So I turn around, I'm trying to loan him out to Bromley. But he has a ton of potential. 1.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. He has the marks of a deep line playmaker all over him. Nice aggression, good composure, good decision making, nice determination, vision and work rate are very nice. First touch is very nice. Passing is very nice. Technique is very nice. Physically, he could be a little bit better, but that's still solid physicals. He will definitely. I mean, his guide value already $16 million for crying out loud. He's one of my midfielders of the future. Transfer rumors from the Bundesliga, which I set up. Let's see. Gungadin could move. Nordy McCulloch could move. Looking for names that kind of pop out. Roland Saleh is set to join. Southampton. 18 mil release clause. Abdullah Ba. I know him. I know that name and I don't know why, so you know what? We're going to throw a scout on him. Ooh, and then we have the Eredivisie transfer rumors, which you set up in the screen flow. You load the league, you load up transfer window, then every 3 days. I have it set up for every 3 days. David Hanko, I know that name because I think I had him in a save last year. He's a very good defensive left back. Jaden Anthony, coming up to the end of his contract. Marvin Suni. Ability unknown. Something unknown. He's 21 years old. He's already that. That's actually not half bad. Cambia Lecce, Almere City. You know what? We're going to scout him too because That's actually good. A good skill set to have, especially at those three positions. And depending on, if they're saying his value is £425,000, that's actually a really good deal. And here we have La Liga. I don't have the real name fixed in for this, so I don't think I put it in for the Brazilian teams either. Ivar's looking for a head coach. Fredrik Bjorken. So you set enough of those up, and you just kind of look through. Sometimes you'll see a name that pops out at you, like from a previous save, where it's like, oh yeah, I kind of remember him. He was good in that save. Is he good in this save? So, sometimes you look at the players that have a low release value, and sometimes, they're 19 years old, 2-star current ability, 4-star potential ability, and they're worth $425,000. So take a flyer, send a scout out after them. That's one of the reasons you should have a couple extra scouts. Let me rephrase that. That's one reason you should have a couple of scouts who aren't signed to anything, and have them available to go out and scout. What I need to look at in my responsibilities is, who do I have doing the contracts? And I'm going to do that now. We'll come back for a game against Stockport in just a bit. Yeah, we're going to do something dangerous. We're going to start Pellegrini. He's only good for a half, but that's fine. We're going to put Mateta on the bench. We're going to start Zagadou. We're going to start Blanco. We're going to start Riedewald on the left. Francisco, we're going to start in the center. We're going to put Jordan Clark on the bench. We're going to put Tom Pierce on the bench. We're going to start Ferguson. Guehi we're going to put on the bench because he's the jack of all trades, master of none. On my back line. Fosu, we're going to start on the left. Eze, we're going to start on the right. Thibaut de Smit, we're going to start on the back line. Pavlenko, we're going to start in goal because I told him he'd be the cup keeper. We're going to start Edward up top next to Pellegrini. Hughes is going to be the 5th bench spot. Olise is going to be the 6th bench spot. Malatini is going to be the 7th bench spot. It's a very rotated side, and the only reason I'm doing this is because, frankly, it's Stockport, and they're a Vanarama team. And I don't want to be that type of coach who puts all my best players out there and we end up destroying them. Not that we would destroy them. I mean, after all, it is football. But it's an opportunity for the younger guys to show that they can get the job done. Hales on the throw into Rooney. Back to Hales. To Saracevic. Long pass. Ferguson stops it. Pavlenka bombs it forward. Goes right back to Hales. Saracevic to Rooney. To Quigley. Feeds Whitfield. Whitfield centers it. Quigley's there. Pavlenka dived, but it was blocked by a Palace player, and he ended up kicking it away. To Smet on the throw-in. To Riedewald. Riedewald to Fosu. Fosu to Pellegrini. Absolutely buries it upper bins on the right side. That was a nice assist by Fosu. Is it me or is Stockport Stadium freaking huge? Nice job, Fosu. A very nice pass to Pellegrini. The keeper had no chance to stop that. Edouard from just outside the box. And he puts it away. Same place Pellegrini did. We are 2-0 up, 35 minutes in. I want to check out the size of Stockport Stadium. I think Selhurst is 24,000, give or take a couple hundred. At halftime, we are 2-0 up, although Francisco is nervous. I'm not quite sure why. Fosu. Back to De Smit. De Smit to Blanco. To Fosu. He drops it off after a scrum. There's Edward. Eze breaks through, and a nice save by the Stockport keeper. I had something flash in front of my eyes there. I was blinking. To Smith. To Francisco. Quigley heads that away, but Fosu's going to run it down. Oh, Fosu got a little too cheeky. Little past 60 minutes in, we're going to make a couple of changes. Jordan Clark's going to come on for Pellegrini. Fosu's going to move up and take Edwards' spot. Edwards going to come off, and Tom Pierce is going to come on. See how the youngsters do. Tom Pierce loses the ball. It's bombed away. Zagadou heads it to Francisco, to Fosu. Fosu. Clark is there. Heads it just wide right. Okay, it's 75 minutes in. Francisco is not having the best game, plus he has a yellow card, so we are going to get him off and bring on Hughes. Zagadou to Blanco. Blanco up in space. Clark heads it down. Pierce is there. Crosses it. Fosu can't get ahead on it, but Ferguson's going to get the ball. Ferguson, long cross in. Pierce is there, and he scores. Not the biggest kid, not the best header, if I remember correctly. We'll take a look at it here in just a second. Reed to Barclay, to Friars. Friars holds it up. Gets out to Kicking, to Whitfield. Back to Keane. Keane up into space for Whitfield. To Rooney. Not that Rooney, but holy cow, he looked like that Rooney there for a second. Come on, guys. The game is 90 minutes long. Do not, for the love of God, pull a Bournemouth on me. Nice job by Rooney. Just a little flick of the right foot, and he absolutely powered the ball in. It's not that Rooney. It's John Rooney. Just before the game ends, we're going to take a look at this here real quick. Tom Pierce, 12 jumping, 13 heading. Okay. Not too shabby. He's going out on loan next season. Chances are he'll probably be starting for us when he's 18. Good win for us. It was a good win for us. It's the first time we've seen our youngsters play in a meaningful game. It was a good opportunity for them. See off Brave Stockport. Pierce scores in his debut. We got £82,000. Press conference. We're going to attend the press conference. Tom Pierce scored on his debut. I want to say, is he 16 or 17? He may have just turned 16, or 17 rather. Nope, he's still 16. He turned 17 in 3 months. Wow. Wow, he's already valued at $7 million. Contract. I can't offer him a new contract because he just signed one, that's why. Okay, when he's available to sign a new contract, we're definitely signing him to a new contract. So, 2 really good wins for us. The Man City win is absolutely pivotal to the rest of the season, and it's a good way to get the second half of the season started off. A very nice win against a very game Stockport team. Pierce scoring was very, very cool. Pellegrini scoring was also nice. Edward, it's kind of what we expect. I mean, he's got 12 goals this season already. One in the Cup, one in the FA Cup. So for 14 for the season. He is wanted by Leipzig, but his value is $33 million, and seeing as how the previous administration paid $16.5 to get him, I want at least double that. So, we're going to keep on scouting. We got our options open, and it's going to be interesting. I don't think we're going to come back for any more games in the transfer window. As a matter of fact, our next game is probably going to be Arsenal and whomever we're playing in the FA Cup. 4th round. So hopefully by then we shall have some new faces, at least on the under-23s and under-19s. I've got some really good scouting reports back from a couple of kids that started out on the under-21 international shortlist that I created at the beginning of the save. I've got a couple scouts out looking at guys right now. This season is not exactly a holding season. We're looking to improve, but we're still going to try and roll over some of the guys in the club. And then this offseason coming up is going to be interesting as well. But yeah, this is going really well so far. I wish some of these losses were draws, but beggars can't be choosers. For the moment, we're currently in 5th place or a point behind Arsenal, and that Arsenal game we're going to play is going to be quite pivotal. And that's why we're going to play it as a live comp. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting second half. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you are too. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. My name's F. Angelico, and I thank you for watching.